name is Brooklyn Cole. I'm a missionary in East Africa. I work there with a children's organization helping kids get off the street. Mustard Seed is my home church. We came in here in around 2006. I would say that I felt the call to missions most of my life. It's something that I didn't know what it was, but just this desire to help these destitute people, these people in the most need. Tell her that mwambie wakati nitaenda Amerika itavaa.
Go.
Nitaenda kanisa kuongea kuhusu pale nimetembea nitavaa nitasema. So I've been in East Africa since September of 2015. I started seeing all these children, and they're known as street children because they live and survive on the streets. They call themselves survivors. Some of them as young as 5 or 6 years old that are leaving home for various reasons. Some is neglect, some is abuse. There's no justice system there to help these kids are having issues at home. They'll run away from their homes and they'll come to city centers. A child on the street can beg and find more money than a hardworking mother can usually in a day. So it's become now this epidemic where kids are flooding to the streets, and then what they meet in the streets is drugs, alcohol. They begin bad habits of stealing, and so they become this untouchable group of children that nobody wants to deal with. Currently, I have 15 boys. We've started a home. They live there, they eat there, they do everything. They go to school, we're providing for them. And then I have several others that I'm sending to boarding school because our home can only handle so many boys because our staff is very small, our finances are very small. And some of them are assisting them to go back home if they can reconcile with their family. So we've definitely seen a lot of awesome things happening in our country as well as in our home with the boys. Where we live is a rougher part of the country. We're at the beginning of the desert, is where I say anything past us is just sand and rocks. It's a majority Islamic town. One of my boys actually comes from one of those tribes, and through being in our home has received salvation and a deep conversion in his heart, unto the point that he even was asking me the other day, he said, Brooklyn, is there any mission school that kids can go to before they go to high school? So he's been so touched with the gospel that he even has the vision of taking the gospel back to his tribe, which is actually an unreached tribe in our country. Another miracle I'd say we've seen is I had a boy, and I think many of you prayed for him, and thank you so much for your prayers, who had a tumor on his chest, and the first biopsy said it was cancerous. Some time went on, and he had a second tumor that appeared also on his chest. And with that, we were rather nervous and thinking we're about to go on a very tough road. By the time I got him to the doctor, the second tumor had disappeared. And so I really believe through prayer that the Lord healed him, and it really saved us from a tough time and then just brought glory to the Lord. And so I thank you so much for your prayers, because they're really working. The Lord really does hear. I'm currently funding this whole program through my personal finances. The finances I had to go over as a single missionary is the same finances I'm using to support over 20 children and staff, paying bills and all those types of things. And when I do the math, I'm making about 50% of what we use. And so the other 50% is just miracles. It's people giving a random special gift when I didn't even ask for it. It's literally been miraculous that these gifts that people are giving are carrying us through this time where my money's really not enough. That even if you feel you can't go on the field, that your finances are seeds, and your finances are a very important part of the Great Commission. There's a quote that says, I'll go down, but will you hold the rope? So some of us are willing to go down, let's say, into the hole of the Great Commission, or whatever you want to say it is, but we need people to hold the rope on the other end, and you can do that through prayer. You can just do that through encouragement of word, and as well as finances. So thank you so much again for your encouragement and your support. Just continue to pray for me, and I'll continue to pray for you guys. Na kwa hao wote wanaongea Kiswahili, nataka kusema asanti sana. Umenisaidia sana, nitaendelea kukuombea, hata wewe endelea kuniombea. Asanti, Mungu akubariki.